I've always wanted to be one of those, like, eccentric actors, you know, the ones that can do pretty much whatever they want and everyone loves it. I mean, even the slightest eccentricity people would count as wisdom and brilliance. The people in Hollywood would go nuts. Like, if I wanted to try to eat cereal with a butter knife, people would be like, cool, let's go buy some butter knives. Maybe someday. When we talk about eccentricity, there are few people who hit the mark quite like Shia LaBeouf. I mean, Hollywood has always been known for people who seem, well, a little bit off. But no one seems to do it quite like him. I mean, he's a whole new level of, let's go with interesting. And it's not surprising that he, like many others in Hollywood, has used his fame and money to take a stand against President Donald Trump. And yes, it still feels a little weird to say President Donald Trump. According to several reports from Fox News, USA Today, and HuffPost, Shia LaBeouf has decided to make his protest through visual art, a video that will play for the entire length of Trump's first term. This piece of visual art, being housed outside of New York's Museum of Moving Image, is a giant wall with a simple phrase on it. Passerbys are encouraged to stop at the wall, stand in front of the camera, and say this phrase as many times as they want. The phrase? He will not divide us. The streaming website for this piece of art explains it this way. The mantra, he will not divide us, acts as a show of resistance or insistence, opposition or optimism, guided by the spirit of each individual participant and the community. To which I would say, I agree, Mr. LaBeouf, mainly because he doesn't have that power. You do. See, division comes as a result of our own choices, not our circumstances. If we are divided, it's because we have chosen not to engage each other in love, in peace, in kindness, and in other actions that would help to bring us together as a community. Ephesians says it like this: let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Notice that nowhere in there does it say that you should wait to do any of those things until the circumstances are right or until the other person stops being a jerk. Don't blame division on someone else or the circumstances that you're in. Eliminating division starts with you. America won't be divided if the American people don't act divisive. Even if the rhetoric you hear is divisive, you can still choose to ignore it and not believe it. So, Mr. LaBeouf, if you're really concerned about division in America, maybe you should change your phrase. Maybe it should read, we will not be divided. So why don't we place the blame for division squarely where it belongs? On us. And maybe let's start to take some responsibility for our own decisions. So what can you do in your community to help fight against divisiveness? Let us know in the comments down below, or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ForthrightTV. I'm Anthony Creedon, and I'm just trying to be forthright. Man, if I was that eccentric actor, do you imagine what I could get away with? I mean, it would be absolutely absurd. I could do things like wear a scuba suit and ride the subway. I could return to the Old English and refer to myself as thy. I could insist on driving my car in reverse for a month to take back on wear and tear. I could insist on eating organic food grown only from dirt fertilized by my own feces. It's the ultimate in recycling.